If you look at the Tripura situation, it's actually quite interesting at this stage. What seems clear, if you look at postal leads and rounds, together, then the BJP scrapes through, that might end up being the result as well. But the Congress and the left, with total leads at 16, it hasn't been a washout, unlike the other states, Nagaland and Meghalaya, where the performance certainly of the Congress hasn't been up to scratch. But they still maintain a certain presence over there, and if the BJP with these results and leads coming in, or these leads coming in, it's not going to be a walkover in Tripura. I think that's clear. If they win, it'll be, relatively close.
I think first of all, BJP is a divided house in Tripura. That's the reason why Pradyot Manikya is contesting the election, despite serving as a union minister. So everybody in the BJP knows whether it's Dr. Manikya or Pradyot Manikya who will become the chief minister. So that's in the internal problems. And if you look at Tripura, even when CPM was in power for 30 years, opposition parties had always won 10 to 15 seats in the urban areas, which is the non-tribal dominated areas. So it's very natural that those seats will still be held by opposition parties. For example, Tipra Motha, he never lost the elections. Yes. Now comes Tipra Motha. I think we have to realize the tribal sentiment there, because Tripura at some point of time was a tribal majority state, and now it has become non-tribal majority state. So Tripuris have lost the Rajya, meaning the state. Now they have the Raja, and there is absolute loyalty. And if you go to Tripura, the support which the Tipra Motha has is unprecedented. So I would say that Tripura Motha at the end of the day should win between 15 to 20 seats at least.
That's what Pradyot's expectations also were. I mean, we spoke to him, and that is what he kept saying, that out of those 20 I should sweep, and there are, apart from that, about 5 seats where tribals are the deciding factor on who wins, who does not. So he was expecting to do well there as well. But very interestingly, at this moment, the Congress and the Left Alliance have gained one, Vishnu. Yes, they're at 17. The 17, BJP at 30 and Tipra Motha at plus 12.
Gone up to 18 now.
18. So can I then Smita Gupta suggests that the left largely has been able to hold on to their vote, to their cadre, and the Congress, may have just been able to supplement that with 1 or 2 seats. That was the limit that this alliance could have explored, and that's what they have done. At least that is how it's looking like on the papers right now. With Tipra Motha also, in fact, winning, because when we are talking about the tribal seats and everybody says it's the BJP's loss, remember, originally these seats were the left's bastion. Left started their journey in Tripura from the tribal areas.
Absolutely. And, when you look at the left Congress alliance, the fact that the Congress is just a very minor part of that alliance, because in the last elections, I think they lost something like 35% of their vote.
In fact, more than that. Their Congress from 42% vote came down to 1.5%.
Yeah, that's...
So almost 40% vote was lost.
Because largely whatever was with the Congress, part of it I think went with Tipra Motha, because Pradyot Debbarma was, after all, the Congress state chief of Tripura for a long time. So, of course, he has his, the loyalties of the tribals are naturally with him.
Sure.
But he was the main Congress leader there. So the Congress is, I think for the Congress, it's a very bad situation. I mean, the fact that they've tied up with the left. So, when you say Congress left, so you look at that 16, 17 seats. So, but for the left, yes, it's a happy sign that they still exist.
Yeah. Vishnu, can I also suggest one very interesting thing? Just look at the numbers as far as Tripura is concerned, and only you can comment on that. BJP at this moment at 29, Left Congress at 28, Left Congress at 19, and Tipra Motha at 12. Statistically speaking, Tipra Motha and Congress Left, if they come together, they are in a position to form the government. They are at 31.
Yeah, but arithmetic and politics are quite apart.
No, but it's interesting that the BJP said no to Tipra earlier on when Tipra had approached them.
Correct.
They'd taken a decision that, Tipra land or a separate identity of a geographical location, entity rather, would be unacceptable to them. But today, perhaps the BJP would be a bit worried at that decision if these trends continue and end up being results.
Yeah, I think Tipra Motha, as I agree with Suhas, that it can go up to 15 to 20, and that's when the BJP will really start thinking. Because also remember that Prashant Kishore has the assignment of Tipra Motha, as far as I know. So if that be so, then you can be sure that this 12, not only that, but Pradyot himself is an extremely hard-working person. But I would say, so BJP will worry later during this thing. You know, when your postal ballots were coming out, and I was watching, we know that you have the army, you have the civil service, etc. And we know how these, you and I, we've been on so many things together in the morning. We know which way they vote. They vote for the ruling party. But may I just step back for 20 seconds and say, this is an extremely eye-opening threesome, the elections today of the northeastern states. First of all, northeastern states assemblies are much more civil with each other. Purno Sangma had told me that we go in three-piece suits and we say, begging your pardon, may I now interject? So that was the culture of the Northeast. I don't know if it is so, but Mr. Sangma told me. Now, the thing of today is that of these three, two are predominantly Christian states. And the BJP is probably doing not too badly in each of these Christian states.
They're winning Nagaland clearly.
Winning Nagaland, they're sweeping. I don't want to use these words just now because everything goes up and down. But okay, then the other interesting thing is that Tripura has a huge Bengali population. TMC is not a player, but it is a player in Meghalaya where there is a small Bengali population. So I would just like to say to you, and you know, just when I came in, I saw behind Saurabh, your reporter from, is he from?
Shillong. He's in
Shillong. There was a VPP banner I saw, and that is voice, I looked up quickly, and that is Voice of the People Party. Now, they have a banner and they're going at it that, you know, maybe they've got some votes.
They're leading in 4 seats.
Okay, they're leading in 4 seats. Now, that is very interesting because it shows us that whatever we are saying, Bengalis will vote for a Bengali chief minister, Christians will vote for a Christian and they will not vote BJP, that smaller parties don't count. Everything is standing on its head as you're looking at it just now. And I just want to complete that the BJP has taunted Sonia Gandhi saying from Rome, you are a Christian, etc. And look, Congress party is not getting anything, hardly anything in Nagaland or in Meghalaya, which is Christian population. So we must consider that the politicians are blindfolding us. They're putting masks on our eyes. And this is the reality.
And also somewhere, I mean, it also tells you in northeast states, you know, this is an example, barring Tripura a bit, that individuals are more important than the party flag that they hold. People are winning largely because of, you know, the clan affiliations or the kind of, the voters that they have in their constituency. That is why it makes it easier for them to switch from one party to another without having the repercussions that you possibly would think.
But you cannot ignore the fact that there is free food distribution.
No, of course,
and infrastructure has been made. So maybe that is going in favor of the BJP, which is doing pretty well.